Hello, beautiful people. If everything works out the way I think it's going to be, this is your first day with Miss Staub. It is week 37. This is the ghost of Miss Freund past because I made this video before I technically gave birth to my second child. But in theory, I am chilling, or maybe I've given birth by now. Who even knows? Either way, you got a couple weeks left, y'all, and I am so proud of you. I'm so excited for you to continue chugging along with this unit. It is week 37 of your Reading for Social Change unit, and I just wanted to briefly get you set up for today so that I think you hear from my mouth what it is that you need to be doing, what's appropriate to do if you need any help, and what you should do for tomorrow. So you should have out your Social Change unit book, your Part 2 work, meaning your Part 2 check-in so that you're clear on kind of what you're annotating, what you're looking for. And if all of that's already done and you're ready to go, you can either get out that personal book or your second social change book. So this week's flow, Monday through Friday, is pretty straightforward. Today will be an exclusive individual silent workspace where you finish reading part 2s. Reading meaning that 25% to 50% mark in your book. Always be gentle on yourself. If you are behind in that reading, you will still pursue that part 2 check-in tomorrow with just what you've read of your book. And if you're behind, I would push the brakes and read a second personal book so you don't get too far ahead. Tomorrow, Tuesday, you will have the open forum with Miss Staub. And so that is a structured yet kind of informal way for you to share in front of the class, to the class, anything on your mind, anything you really like about your book, anything concerning your social change topic that you've had an epiphany about. And then you'll usher yourself right into your Part 2 Google check-in. In class, you will finish that Google form and begin Part 3. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, you will start that 50% to 75% mark in your book. You'll open up your Part 3. I will have a couple of lessons where we just sort of regroup on the summary stuff, on text evidence. Ms. Staub will also be individually working with you throughout the week if you're falling behind, if you have any questions, so on and so forth. So today, completing your Part 2 reading, meaning just making sure you're up to that 50% mark in your book. Some things to know. Note that you look at your little individual bookmark and kind of know where you need to be stopping today. Read half of your book by tomorrow is the bottom line. If you are done with your 50% mark, you may work on that Part 2 check-in. You don't have to do that before tomorrow, but you totally can. And if you're done with the Part 2 check-in, you're feeling really up to speed on stuff, you can continue reading your book if you'd like to. You can check out or read an additional book. You can work on missing work for this class. You can make a summer reading list. You could get on goodreads.com. And on the left, you're going to notice in this video and then also on the screen that Miss Staub will have frozen up. There are 3 awesome Newsella articles. If you go into Newsella, which is linked in my Canvas page, there are 3 articles. I Want a Voice That Fits Me, A Teen's Quest for a Communication Aid with an Accent. Teenagers Get a Crash Course in Food Justice Issues at Community Classes, and the Gender Gap in Global Education, which are 3 social change related Newsella articles that might fascinate you. If you have some extra time, you could just search for those within the Newsella app, the website, and they will come up. It's also always okay to read more nonfiction articles found within your social choice topic in the building background slides. As a reminder, the expectation environmentally is for you to be focused, silent, in your seat. Raise your hand. Ms. Staub will float around the entire time, totally come to you if there's any questions. But it is dire and important and expected of you that you are true, that you are staying in your seat at all times, that you are, if you need any assistance with technology or any questions, that you raise your hand, that you are not distracting other people, and that if you ever feel ahead of the game, it is not okay to be on a game or be on a cell phone or anything like that. Your computer will be put on the back counter and you will have a paper form that you do from here on out if the computer is not working for you. I know I can trust you, but I think it's important for you to still hear those expectations. So without further ado, get started on that Part 2, finishing your half of your reading. And I already miss you. Bye.